Also er pickt ihn halt. Also er lockt ihn halt ein, so. Kein Draft, okay.
Yeah, that fox is pretty buff.
Yeah. Been working out. I was trying to look for the big mascot, but I can't actually see it right now.
That's like if Degon wore a fox mask. Yeah, there he is. See? Exactly. Take off your jacket. Okay, well, he's not going to do that. That jacket does look pretty well-fitting, so I think it would be a little bit difficult to take that off. Also, he's probably got like the earpiece, you know, attached to the
Ist Pioschik auf irgendeinem Genre, abgesehen von Kino Top 10 LCK-Material? Ich sage nichts. Ich sage nichts, wirklich.
That's why.
I think that's the reason.
That's the only reason.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
You need to simmer down a little bit, Brendan.
Also ich finde ihn wirklich nicht gut. So, ich weiß nicht, wie ich es netter ausdrücken kann. Ich finde ihn wirklich nicht gut.
We're only 1-1 in the series, right? You need to calm down a little bit.
We had like one tech delay, and all of a sudden, you know, we're just going crazy. What are we doing here?
I'm relying on you to translate these.
I know, but I don't even like. Okay, it says that we're having a warm winter because of Kellen.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get into the draft here for game number 3. We do have a Lucian ban pretty early on.
Ergibt Sinn. Lucian Army, auch einer der Lieblingsdinger von Diablo.
BFX with first pick in the last 2 games. Now DN Super's taking first pick for the first time. Gives them a lot more flexibility in their bans. Lucian denied away from Diablo, and Kennen from Clear, which we haven't seen him really lean towards, but is definitely a pick he is known for. And is it just going to be Rumble Varus from BNK FearX?
You gotta be careful because, you know, already the first couple of bans are different here for the first picking team, but they're still gonna ban away the Varus. Just not willing to potentially let that one go. But now we've got Cassante, Gwen, Pantheon, and Nico.
DN Super's banning Nico. So, I mean, it is obviously a high prior pick, but BNK FearX have been banning a lot against DN Supers in their previous series as well, because obviously Peter's so good on it. Another question is, do you ban Pantheon in this situation, or do you ban the Dusante? The answer is neither. You ban Ziggs.
Okay.
So,
I mean, Duckdom's pretty good at Ziggs.
Bei First Pick, ich kotze.
Come through, which was something that was overlooked in game 1, but banned in game 2. And you gotta remember the Vi did get
Sensor ist auch noch offen.
on this patch as well. Crazy.
Oh.
Anyone who's been purely
Sixband sehe ich irgendwie nicht. Das schreit ein bisschen nach Aphelios.
health growth and
Sixband schreit nach Aphelios so ein bisschen. Wer ist mit dem Sahin-Jungle? Ich meine, alles außer den Classic Champion, aber wahrscheinlich kommt Sensor jetzt.
Clear Sante, which just doesn't work as well. Doesn't roll off the tongue as easily.
Yeah.
But
what about Cassante Clear?
That's possibly the worst thing I've ever. You just put the names together. You just put the names together.
So did you.
No, but at least it was like
you did it just the other direction.
I took away the same thing. I took away the K at the start, and Claire and K. It's kind of similar sounds. You just added them on the other end. That's way worse.
No, but it kind of, you know.
No, mine was bad, but yours was terrible, Brendan.
I like mine better.
You've lost permission to speak.
I still like mine better.
Stop talking.
Ari finde ich geil. Ari mag ich. Auf dem Dreier-Patch auch gebufft. Finde ich cool. Kann ich mitarbeiten.
Don't ask questions.
Doesn't he just play Gwen?
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions you won't like the answer to. Okay? Ari gets picked up by Vic.
Können Talia noch spielen? Talia war jetzt als Antwort oder als Ersatz für Ari, weil
pretty strong pairing as well, so not wanting to give that over. But yeah, they will just pick the Gwen into the Cassante, so you know. And then the Akali comes through, hype matchup into Ari, and also Akali.
Cool.
A lot of dive threat already.
Cool. Wie ist Ende aktuell?
Yeah, Ezreal's gone. He's gone.
Nicht so geil, glaube ich. Mach nichts mit dem Match.
I don't know if you want to pick that up here just alone. Not really a lot of good options. Even Siver's gone. I mean, gonna go for the Poppy. A lot of dashes on the opposite side, obviously. So, pretty good shot there for just getting a layer of protection first.
Yeah, so stopping the dash is obviously a big aspect of it, but I still just feel like DN Supers have such an edge so far with how this has panned out. Nautilus ban comes through. We often see the Nautilus when Poppy support was a big thing. Nautilus was one of the better picks into it, as even if you pop the W, you still get CC'd with the Dredge line. Which kind of indicates it might be a Poppy support, but DN Supers aren't falling for it, and we're like, no, we're not certain we're gonna get rid of the Renata, as that would be a problem for our very dive-focused composition. The thing is as well, is that if you look at BNK FearX's composition, they have a tank top laner. If the Poppy's jungle, and Ahri's like one of your DPS threats, and you have an AD carry trying to survive against Gwen, Vi, Kali, it's just...
Runde Cassante, let's go. Woo! Aber immerhin, diesmal Gwen rein. Ey, das ist something. Man spielt mal die guten Teams. Samstag, Sonntag spielen T1 und Genji. Genji Samstag, T1 Sonntag. Und DK spielt morgen. Meine ich. Kaiserengel. Xayah-Engel ist gut.
As for this, for the AD carry role, this seems like the safest pick left.
Honestly, I think DN Supers in this situation.
Renata-Ban und Luluban sind gut. Vor allem, was die Last Pick picken.
Really punishes BNK FearX. And you might even force BNK FearX to flex the Poppy into jungle to have anything remotely salvageable bot lane. Pick like a strong winning 2v2.
Ja, gestern G2 Not gegen 1 war ein cooles Game. Auf jeden Fall Rewatch-worthy. War ein sehr cooles Game. Milio? Ist es Milio? No joke. DNS geht sowieso nicht rein, also kannst du auch Enchanter picken, du brauchst keinen Engage-Champ. Kannst auch Braum gehen, of course. Actually, Braum oder nicht? Braum, wait, Braum.
Really not a lot of good
Was?
options. I think Pantheon, and he's going to be playing the Poppy.
Yeah, I think this makes more sense. I think having
okay.
jungle would just make your
sure.
Feel so
okay.
It already feels a little bit like you lack damage. I think if you had a Poppy in the jungle,
alright.
I just would have
valid.
Faith in the composition because if one of your characters
ist valid. Ich glaube alternativ, wenn du Poppy Jungle gehen wollen würdest, Braum oder Milio wären gut, aber so ist fein.
And the big thing as well is you need momentum with an Ahri in fights. So how are you going to get momentum if you only have 2 damage dealers? If one of those damage dealers dies, it's just Ahri trying to get resets for herself, so
now you got this Pantheon that unlocks the Ahri a bit. You've got a very strong 2v2. You have more damage threat. Makes a lot more sense. And Pantheon was banned the first couple of games too, and we know he's very top tier in the jungle, so kind of just getting ignored all the way until the very end.
I mean, even in the last series, DNS were very often banning Pantheon against BNK FearX. It feels like a pick that they've relied on heavily and wanted to get their hands on. They finally do with this flex. And I think the fact that it is the Jhin Leona, I think the Poppy feels a lot better. You whip the Poppy out that early in the draft, and there's always that sort of concern that what if I just end up being useless? What if I just end up not being able to do anything in lane? And sure, the Poppy's always going to have value against the top side of the draft, but you know, if you get bullied out in lane, does it even matter? But it's the Leona, you're fine. So I think things worked out relatively okay.
Well, looks like we're ready.
Let's go.
Drafts are set. BNK versus DNS. Game number 3 starts now. Game number 3 between these two. And if you knew which teams were playing, but you didn't know which comp went to one side or the other, I would think that this DNS comp is a BNK comp all the way. It's hyper aggressive, can get
so ja, ist sehr OP hier. Also, wird von Jhin outranged, aber ansonsten, das ist ein super seltener, insaner Xayah-Engel. Aber ja, Lane ist tough.
I'm just concerned about the Gwen being a problem. Also the Kali having to deal with these threats onto your backline. It's a scary prospect, but we'll see what Raptor can do on the Pantheon. If this Pantheon Ahri can get rolling, it just completely changes the dynamic of the game. So we'll see what they can do. Peter starts the Zenith Blade level 1. We often see, you know, you go in on the Leona with Aftershock and just get some autos down for a heavy trade. And there's not really much you can do in return to Leona, but end up being pretty even. It is Ignite for Peter as well. So fully committing to try and have some more power in the lane, Ignite and Aftershock, rather than going like heal Spellbook.
Yeah, he's playing classic.
Das gefällt mir sehr gut. Ja, erneut einzige Schwachstelle ist natürlich, sie wird outchanged vom Jhin, aber
I'm still trying to wrap my head
ansonsten
around this,
ein
where
good game für die Saya.
Gwen and the Cassante were available.
Most
They
definitely.
just blinded Cassante, knowing that Dudu can easily play, obviously, Dusante, but also Gwen. Just seems like a bit of a flub. And like, yes, Cassante's pretty strong for a game 3 and a fearless best of 5, but there are pretty clear counters available.
Yeah, closer just weathering the storm at the moment. Oh, did he miss that cannon? I think he did. That was very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult for the Leona to do too much in this lane, which is why I was kind of surprised when he got picked up. You know, there was that level 1 opportunity, and then from then on, it's like, okay, if I E in, I'm just going to get grounded.
What do you think he should have played instead?
It's kind of tricky, because...
So much stuff was banned, too.
Yeah.
There's Nico, Nautilus, Renata.
I mean, Nico and Bard are like, and Karma are all picks that would have really done well, but they're all taken away either by bans or by Fearless. So that's kind of rough.
Raptors here.
Schön.
It's kind of an interesting play where Closer knows Raptors there,
They
although he
also-
kind of comes out of fog.
Wird komplett verprügelt.
They also banned Ash, because maybe they were scared
Und Bot in his final lane.
that would have like crushed.
Early läuft sehr gut für BFA, also
Ja.
jetzt ziemlich gut für BFX. Bot in even. Mitte winning. Hard winning. Kein Flash auf Akali.
Like, maybe the Hens would even play something like Elise.
Top lane rough, aber ist okay. Manageable.
And
Plus, er geht die Kenny Rook an first.
hard to play into. We saw, I think it was Korea played that.
Weiß nicht, ob die Fighting Power, ob mir die Fighting Power reicht bei DNS im Early Game. Jetzt für ersten Drake zum Beispiel.
We're just kind of hanging out down here. A lot of trading, not really anything getting done all too much. Kellen using the backline minions to taxi in, land a Q. Looks like clear's okay for now. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, being down this much farm already.
Yeah.
Not great. Because don't get me wrong, this matchup you are going to get outscaled, and especially if Gwen gets wave access, stacking up the Q, it does a lot of damage. It's not fun to play into. But when you are falling behind this farm early, it's such a bad omen for the general state of the game. And I think Clear's just had a rough day so far. Really been struggling.
Soll der Akali was Ari Pre-6 so rough sein? Ich meine, ich glaube, er spielt super aggressiv und die haben halt die Cooldown von Ari W runtergeknallt, ne? Also hast theoretisch noch mehr Pressure oder noch mehr Poke in Lane.
Just slightly.
At your
Yeah.
availability.
I think Dudu, you know, we talk about the Euro Dudu, and we like to
Kann schon sein, dass das Matchup sehr rough ist.
a lot, but it's real. I mean, this guy is having a great
Plus gut Flash geforced, into Base geforced.
matches where they're losing. He's putting up big numbers. He's sometimes getting close to solo carrying them, even if they're behind. The team is very obviously willing to give him carry picks and picks in the top lane that can actually take over games. Unlike, you know, other moments where top laners are just given Sion or Cassante in this case.
I think that's the thing. It's a lot about the faith the team has in him, because I feel like it was a weird thing that happened with Nongshim, where like Kingham was just being put in like bad
Second crap.
matchups or not being given carries, which he typically does well on. Whereas Dude, they're like, you know, we trust you, and it's really paid off now. Might get a fight here over this Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, just
Schön auf. Wow.
level 6,
Geil.
about as telegraphed as it gets.
Geil.
Blood gonna be given over to the Pantheon.
Sexy.
You can see that there's nothing really that Kosha can do about it.
Yeah.
Schön Trigger gepullt.
Raptor instant.
Sehr decisive, I like the...
And what's important is Closer doesn't get a chance to use.
Ich kann gleich Pantheon 6. Vielleicht gleich einen Man-Drop auf Toplane.
We're going all out, I suppose. Needles
Okay, Ult für Ult nur.
be good on the trade.
Action all over the map pretty quickly there. But yeah, win. Oh, yeah, that's how it goes.
Peter just wants to play the game, but he's not allowed.
I mean, he picked this matchup, you know? I don't feel any guilt.
Oh, hey, it was on cooldown. We got the flash out of Kellen.
Yeah, Khan stepping up a bit too far when he doesn't have his W available. A little bit of a mistake. Leona with very short cooldowns in the kit. So we'll see the replay here. And Closer doesn't actually have flash. Not sure when that went. Actually went down earlier, right? In lane.
Ja, schön gespielt.
And didn't get time to get the R2 off, which would have certainly killed Raptor. Like,
Nimmt auch wieder einen Timer raus auf Midlaner. Ulti raus bei Akali. Das heißt, jetzt bis die Ari-Ulti wieder ab ist, ist die Akali-Ulti wieder ab. Und dann kann Wickler auch den ersten Beigang escapen. Die von King Zion geklappt wurde, ja, oder? Der Ignite Zion, ja, ich glaube, es war Dudu. Angabe ohne Gewehr. Ich glaube, es war Dudu.
You'll have that ultimate, which just gives you that immediate lockdown, which can make 2v2s a little scary. If you're going against like an Akali Vi, they can definitely just lock someone down and blow them.
Follow.
So finding that window when the junglers are both level 5, getting that early kill onto the Pantheon is huge, and now you have your ultimate which you can sort of control the map with. And look to sort of find angles where maybe the enemy jungler isn't there.
Yeah, it's definitely a good look. It shows off the power of Ahri Pantheon just to get a pick target as well. You know, if somebody's out of position, be it Akali or Jhin or, you know, even a Gwen or a Vi, if there are more people there later on in the game, you know, you land a stun, you land a charm, the CC chain will be there to get some kills. So, something to be wary of. And Closer not really enjoying his time so far in this lane. Understandably, the Ahri can be very annoying, range versus melee. But the kill on top of it gonna make it even worse.
Ja, beide mit der Ulti wieder ab. Das heißt, du hast jetzt auf jeden Fall wieder Playmaking auf Seiten von BFX mit der Pantheon-Ulti. Theoretisch auch im 2v2 Countergank. Sehr playable. Interesting, dass sie traden.
DNS feels pretty good. Just to know that you're not getting the soul.
What if it's Ocean again? We go. Okay, it's Hextech.
Okay, so no Hextech soul. So
yeah,
you know, the technology is out of the way.
Yep. Kellen. It's just Kellen. It's just doing Kellen things. That's the way it goes sometimes with them.
But it's just to be a little careful because he has no flash, and Leona, you have a lot of CC. So
Spielen wir immer noch auf Bellbock. Hallo Han. Auf Support kannst du. Ist glaube ich aber kein Must-Take mehr. Well, Play das, okay. Counterplay in Question war nicht gegeben, mein Bett. Ich habe gelogen. Ich habe gelogen.
He was just dead, right? Once they connected the CC and Closer got that shuriken onto him, there's no way you're escaping. Akali has too much mobility. If you burn your cooldowns, you're just going to die. If you survive the initial burst. So he still has his cooldowns at least, which means he's going to have some safety. But yeah, it was really well executed by DNS. And just goes to show what I was kind of talking about. The whole power of the Vi comboed with the Akali is such a threat in a 2v2.
That's pretty huge. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Very nice setup here from Pyosik. Understanding the vision. Once he lands the Q, it's over.
Ja, okay. Der Counterplay war nicht gegeben, ich habe gelogen.
He's just so incredibly dead.
Komplett fertig.
Yeah.
Silent könnte unangenehm werden, sobald die Jill Mitte reintoppen. Ahri da auf Silent Lane muss gegen Akali mit Gunblade fertig. Jesus Christ. What? What the fuck? Das ist ein One-Shot.
I was kind of saying, like, you still have ult, you still have flash. There's no way you're gonna die to, like, anything. At least not until Pyosik and Closer have their ults back.
One-Shot ohne Ulti. Balanced.
As an Ahri with ult.
Yeah, balanced.
When the Akali doesn't have ult.
Yeah.
Like, that should not be happening. The Shuriken connects here, and the charm is wasted by Wickler, and then he just holds ult for so long.
Schön rausgeflasht aus dem Kreis, ne? Deswegen hat er seine Pässe bekommen.
Okay, you were dead anyway.
Die spielt von Close auch.
And then you just press him and die.
Maybe he thought he was dead again.
Well, he was, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Closer has the Hextech Gunblade, this huge spike, and Akali is a Closer champion.
Okay, they're trying to punish Dudu here. And he does have flash, but I don't know if he's going to get to use it as the CC chain once again. This game is all about the CC chains. And Dudu doesn't get to press anything, so...
Not get to play the game. And now
Guter Crossmap. Warten hier auf W von Peter.
Okay. Well, they got the flash. Dom down here just getting plates.
Yeah, so one thing is that Diablo still hasn't finished his bot quest, actually. It's close, though. But delaying that slightly. But I think swapping here to try and get the kill, get the plates here, makes sense. A lot of gold actually picked up from this tower. A lot, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a collapse here from DNS. I think they get at
Kellen, du hast halt Flash.
Kellen, rather.
Gegriefener Pinguin.
Yeah, they're gonna get him. So, Diablo's
Was Secret Deck hinter IA, Sire? Well, die cycelt halt durch, ne? Die geht wahrscheinlich nach Vori Second.
actually come in the end.
Und dann cycelt sie durch Spells durch.
Bot lane still gets enough
Plus kein 1,3k Base bekommen, vermutlich.
overextended and
Ist
goes
Grund Nummer 2. Kein BF Base macht alles ein bisschen unangenehmer.
time, and now he uses
Wow.
everything and dies
1 for 1.
away. Although closer at least does go down.
Wow.
But he had to use
Wow, 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 wow.
I mean,
Also Akali ist OP, of course. Das wissen wir.
Like, whoa, this is unfair. Does have to flash the wall.
I think of all the 80 carries to get grabbed by a Cassante, I think
Holy shit, do you think Leader would do that?
what are you supposed to do? Honestly. Put 4 shots into him? Yeah, that's going to do anything. Closer is a problem. I will say, Vikler getting the trade back kill is massive. It's shut down as well. So Vikler does feel good about this. In terms of gold. But this is
Oder was passiert auf meinem Screen? No joke, ich weiß nicht, was da gerade passiert ist auf meinem Screen. Viel zu schnell für mich. Viel zu schnell für mich. Also Ulti aber irgendwie hat er den also er hat sich nach unten gepackt quasi. Ja, gut.
I mean, I was actually expecting maybe closer to go on to something like a Talia. You know, you've got Talia Vi, you have excellent lockdown. Talia is often kind of like the just handshake matchup with Ahri, but instead he slammed down the closer pick so quickly. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense because it's closer.
A lot of people favor the Ahri into the Talia, and also with phase rush being there.
Thun doesn't have flash because he
Schöner
lost
Play.
to Cassante, and now he's just dead. Diablo, free kill.
Schöner Play.
Set up from Raptor.
Yeah, I think with phase rush being nerfed as well, hitting the Talia, I think people wouldn't. I think it makes sense that he opted into
Also,
Kali
Talia's
instead.
been kind of like not very good.
She's
Obviously,
been struggling.
it's been picked into Rise a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah, just in general, not having a good time, Talia.
But this was good setup from BNK4X, right? They get the kill onto the Jhin. They should be able to pick up Dragon here. They have both side lanes pushing pretty heavily, so I feel like DNS have to respond to these. They just won't have a window to contest it. It's just second Dragon. It's not the end of the world, but it's a good proactive play from BNK4X, using that Pantheon, getting the value from the ultimate. Just slide on in and destroy the Jhin.
Yep. It's Ocean Soul this time, so a little bit less valuable.
Yep, it's not like the lowest Ocean value game. There's some champions who definitely will take a bit longer to cut through, and the healing will be valuable.
Also wird man doch mal ein Team finden? Ja, 100%.
It's a pretty weak soul in the grand scheme of things, so
100%.
definitely means this one.
Wahrscheinlich noch. Also, wenn er im Spring Team finden würde, würde es mich nicht wundern.
This time, there's 3.
Zum Beispiel.
And they're gonna get revenge for their buddy Jhin. Or so they're gonna try. Clear trying to dodge everything meanwhile and just kind of dying at the same time.
He's just trying to convince someone to stand near a wall so he can like drag them over and get away, but no one opted into that at all.
It's a good idea not to opt into that,
Yeah.
Okay, jetzt ich bin ja, wie gesagt.
We've seen
Ein Monat ohne freie Zeit.
examples where it's a 3v1 against Cassante and then it turns into a 1v1 half a map away because he just took someone, kidnapped them, and solo kills them.
Remember Cassante before he was nerfed? Like 3 times?
Do you know what's crazy? In the LCK Cup, he's the most picked up laner. After all the times he's been nerfed.
He just kind of reminds me of like the top lane version of Azir, you know? Like, obviously he's not a control mage, but he kind of just does everything, right? Like, he can go in, he can kill you, he can be very safe, he can be a tank, he can do a ton of damage. It's kind of like old Ornn as well, where it's like, oh, he just does everything, he's a tank, he's unkillable, also he can get kills, and he can go on Seal Spellbook.
2-1 keine Boots bei Pantheon.
Can have more pressure in the
Hatte ich ja selber ehrlich, ich glaube, er wird trotzdem was finden. Den nimmt keiner mehr.
items so you can scale.
Glaub nicht. Also ich glaube nicht, dass ich zustimmen würde, to be honest.
Some champs like that just never seem to go away.
Aber ja, also PR-technisch ist natürlich ein absoluter Nightmare.
And Corki now is back. champs that are just too
Ich bin mir relativ sicher, dass er noch ein Team finden wird.
LCK loves those.
Yeah. All reliable. And you actually have to gut them to stop them from picking them.
Yeah. But then they have like a 40% win rate in solo queue. We do have Peter in a rough spot, but he's Leona. So
Peter, du bist so ein Fieder. Hallo Stein.
we don't have Leona, we don't have Solar Flare. What do we do? Do we fight anyway? Do we want to channel a little bit of BNK ourselves?
Oh, they're going in.
They're going in, yeah. And now the Vi is just kind of going to have to flash.
Weißt du, was der Unterschied zwischen Isma und Bippo ist?
Does at least get out. And now Dudu with the needles getting some damage done. And Closer's
Moment.
getting into the fight as well. Reptail does go over.
Herald Play ist sick, weil es Herald Play ist sehr sick. Wer fährt den?
The Zaya
Wer macht den Bus Driver?
into this one. He's going to go down. And it's
Diablo mit 1 HP fährt ihn.
he doesn't have any health. Doesn't seem to care. Gets the
Ja, okay. Lol, und der geht den Kill auch noch.
And this is all
Und den auch Peter auch noch, oder was? Ach du Scheiße.
kills going to BNK.
Hallo Joa, hallo Xio.
And just like that, this game is blown wide open.
The Apple just refusing to sit out the fight. Once more kills. Dudu might be dead.
Even Dudu's like, you know what? Have me.
Krank.
Why not?
Well,
Hat er eh noch?
they just go down though.
Schade.
But I
Ähm,
think it doesn't really matter.
Der Unterschied ist, guck mal, dieses...
Oh, pause.
Why is my screen gray? Is what they are asking.
Ich glaube, guck mal, wenn du Isma fragst, so
Happens just now with that.
vor dem, was er halt gesagt hat, ne?
So, okay, let's take a look here.
He gets choked out and it's
Weedy, danke schön für den 10. Hallo.
angle. Cannon gets
Ja, der, keine Ahnung. Also die Sache ist, bei Isma ist es halt so,
Don't stand against that wall.
das ist einfach so Slang, der in Solo-Queue halt benutzt wird.
Just saw your Leona get stuck.
Oder benutzt wurde.
And then he does it again. He does
Das heißt, für den, der hat der 100% keine Ahnung, was er da sagt, right? Also die tatsächliche Bedeutung von dem Wort.
here, but it's just
100% nicht.
four people.
Das heißt, darauf kannst du es halt blamen und bei Bippo ist es halt so, ja,
Cannon on a
right, du kannst halt sagen, ja, er hat es nicht so gemeint, right, und er hat sich auch richtig oft entschuldigt, so, aber das ist halt
value Poppy's gonna get, but
schwierig.
you know,
Schwierig, das so gleichzusetzen, denke ich.
they pick the Leona
Ich glaube trotzdem, also Isma jetzt wieder gesagt, nein, nichts in Recent Times war in,
stuns he got was kind of just insane.
um welches Wort geht es? Subhuman.
And then this is where I got a little bit goofy.
Jetzt 20, wann war das? 20?
What about like 30 seconds ago?
No, 30 seconds ago was normal team fighting.
23?
Context of this series.
War das 2023 bei Schalke?
This is when it got really goofy.
21? Was?
Have a keyboard issue.
Warte, was? 21? Moment.
Issuing a
Ich schau
new
kurz nach.
keyboard.
Isma, lol.
Who, I mean,
Stimmt, das war, wow.
he looked like he was playing.
You're right.
Gwen.
Das war also
He
22.
did die there at the end.
Ja, auf jeden Fall,
Something went wrong.
der hat keine Ahnung, was er da gesagt hat, right?
He got a
Das ist
kill
halt
back at least.
schwierig.
So, not the end of the world.
So, obviously, das macht jetzt nicht unschuldig, richtig, aber...
We'll see what comes from this. Obviously, the fact that he did go down, wasn't able to defend the tower, a little bit unfortunate. But just a massively rough fight for the side of DNS is generally the takeaway.
Yeah, I just feel like when you're going, like, the team has to go all in, sure. But they were going all in after Peter was chunked, after Pioshik had flashed away. And they're going all in onto a Zaya with Featherstorm. Like, this is the bread and butter of BNK's composition. You're playing right into it. And you don't even have your whole team. So it was just a massive overplay of their hands. They're like, we're a dive comp, we have to dive 3v5 in the enemy jungle against the Zaya. So, yeah, definitely a bit of a mistake, and it looks like our keyboard is not working.
Really living up to the spirit of
Right.
a BNK Fear X composition is DNS.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it looks like we're having more keyboard issues. Well, hopefully we'll get
Passt.
that sorted out soon enough.
Yep. That is definitely the current problem once again, so... I would assume that maybe the typing works, because he was typing, he's like, yeah, okay, it works, but then he went back in the game and it still doesn't work, so... That would mean it's probably not a keyboard issue.
I want you to break it down for me. Get into the tech. What could it be then? Speculate.
You know what's interesting?
Roll for
I'm
speculation.
actually one of those guys that, you know, has been playing video games and PC games since I was very young, but I really don't know that much about, like, the tech. Like, I can't build my own computer. I don't even really know. Like, I know what the parts do, you know? And I know how a keyboard works, basically, but I can't break it down for you is what I'm trying to say, Ox. I don't have the knowledge.
Violet.
Slacking.
What about you? Why don't you?
Die haben immer alle so Special-Versionen von, die haben immer so Special-Versionen von den Mäusen, ne? Von der Superlight und so.
Yeah. No, this isn't.
Ich finde nicht schon den ganzen Pausen, ja. Gewonnen.
Maybe it's a software issue, you know, rather than a hardware issue, right? Because he switched the keyboard, the physical aspect of the keyboard, and that didn't seem to resolve things. A lot of these peripherals have software that they come with, so maybe there's an issue there. Maybe a driver issue, I don't know. But it was working before, so that seems unlikely.
I feel like it's probably an in-game issue.
I'm just saying a lot of buzzwords sound like.
Just gotta like spin the gears on the keyboard and, you know, kind of put it back into place. And
yeah, maybe as he tried turning off and on again.
Yeah.
As he tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again.
All right, we got refs running around.
Maybe someone spilled water on it. That's not. I've heard. So I've heard.
Realize
water and electricity do not mix, generally speaking.
If the electricity is on, especially.
Yes, that's
the best.
That's pretty bad for it. The lights on the keyboard. That's generally a good sign. So, yeah, we'll.
More analysis of the situation.
So if we look at this keyboard, see how a lot of the keys are red, but one is like this sort of yellowish color. Maybe we should try to turn that yellowish key red so they're all the same color.
Or what if the yellow one is the only one that's kind of working and everything else is not working?
Oh, I see.
And they need to fix every other.
Then we might be here a while because that seems like more of a problem.
There's actually Asian games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this sign, why I do mention it is because, you know, calling for Dudu to join the Asian Games team. By the way, I don't know who Margaret Mahi is, but it's...
Weil wir das Doppel gesehen haben, wir gestern geschaut. Yep. Wir sind die Enttäuschung in der Gruppe. Stimmt gar nicht.
Where is that?
Stimmt gar nicht. Wir haben ja 2 Maps gewonnen, man.
Where I'm from. I'm just pulling out his phone. Isn't Wellington in England, right? Kind of sounds like
no, it's New Zealand.
Oh, okay. I mean, at least it's Commonwealth, I guess.
Yeah, I thought I didn't recognize it. How dare you try and call me out on that?
I should have messaged Atlas. He's from New Zealand, right?
Yes, he is. Totally.
Yeah.
Gibt leider einen schönen Ramos-Support von Peter.
But you're terrible.
I only know about Auckland. Okay, we're going in on the Raptor.
Überraschen wird's mich nicht. Was macht mein Pantheon?
And he's dead. And it's a shutdown here for Duckdom. So he might slowly become a champion in this game.
I can't believe you put the accusation on me.
Igel, danke für den 8. Dankeschön.
British, I don't know.
Geld, um auf der besseren Seite der Zweiklassengesellschaft zu stehen. So.
What do you know, Brendan? You had no help with the keyboard issue, right? No help with Wellington?
Yeah, apparently Wellington.
Ja, ich sag's, das Ramos-Support-Game, das war, glaube ich, am Samstagmorgen oder sowas, ne? Samstagvormittag. Und das weiß ich, weil ich war da mal Bart schneiden und hab halt warten müssen. Und deswegen habe ich nebenbei geschaut und dann bin ich schon so halb Crasher gegangen. Aber ich musste halt leise sein. Und dann hat der Typ mich angerufen, Tolkien. Er hat mich Tolkien angerufen, als ich gerade aus dem Auto ausgestiegen bin. Und dann, also als ich wieder daheim aus dem Auto ausgestiegen bin. Und dann musste ich kurz unleashen. Du meinst LCK, ja. Ich weiß, dass er ein LPL eingab und der auch gefeedet hat. Komisch.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. There's a lot of those. A lot of our stuff is named after like British things for some strange reason. I don't know why.
They don't figure that out yet.
You know, honestly,
Bist du in den letzten 3 Tagen S-Bahn gefahren, Bruder?
No, definitely not.
Frag mich, ob ich in den letzten 3 Tagen aus dem Haus gegangen bin.
Good to know.
How about New Jersey? Do you guys have an old Jersey?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Do you have a regular, just like Jersey?
You know what? I'm gonna say something. This is gonna blow your mind.
Bist du?
I don't know the name.
What?
Ja, tatsächlich.
But you're from there.
Am Dienstag, also am Montag war ich beim Sport und am Dienstag war ich beim Sport. Also tatsächlich, ja. Aber, da bin ich gelaufen. Und ich fahr Auto daheim. Nicht Bahn. Also.
I haven't heard of a Hampshire, but maybe.
You guys have like Shires, right?
Und ja, die halt DK-Supports sind alle am Griefen, ja, ja.
Is that why it's
Yes, we have Shires.
Alle am Matchfixen.
My neighbor was Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm good friends with
Die.
Frodo Baggins. Anyway, we get back to the game.
Posik's trying to get in here and steal this away. They weren't able to quite knock him away. Look at the damage here from the Ari.
Schöner Play.
He's just trying to walk and reload his gun. He's not even able to do that. Another knock into the wall here from Kellen, who's going pretty
Ich
aggressive.
war Sander das letzte Mal draußen. Okay, aber du warst auch... Warte, bist du noch im Urlaub? Warst du im Urlaub?
And that's gonna do it.
Warst im Urlaub, ja?
Down the dodge
Oder bist du noch?
pull.
Warst.
Eventually he does go down.
Waren schon 2 Wochen oder wie auch immer lange du warst?
Laners, and I think as
Du bist das letzte Mal S-Bahn gefahren. In welcher Stadt?
Yeah.
Köln. Im...
But does this give them
Wann war es bei Big Time Rush?
Not really. I think Close just has been trying so hard to find angles in this game.
November?
He's getting denied every time. It's kind of him against the world at the moment.
November, glaube ich. Ja.
See,
Nee, stimmt gar nicht.
for the Baron here,
München.
they do manage to get
München im Dezember.
which is
Fürs,
enough itself.
für das WoW-Ding. Für die WoW-LAN.
Close to taking out.
Ich hatte Urlaub, bin seit Samstag wieder zu Hause und arbeite am Homeoffice. Sehr gut, bleib daheim.
But it
Nichts
gets a little
verpasst.
bit crazy here. Obviously no cooldowns on the Ari makes
Also,
pick up the exhaust comes
ich meine, ist das jetzt worth it, right?
ulti to get away from
Okay,
it.
Raptor King.
Steadfast presence was there, but it was just you're kind of in, but there's no way to get out again.
Kellen, by the way, did pick up the smite as well. But
Wann bin ich krank?
Hampshire
Classic. Vom Rückflug oder was währenddessen schon krank? Und Gube.
Well, I can see from the map it's
Be.
the very bottom, and I'm from the very top of England.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of like close to where London is?
Yeah, well,
Shouldn't you kind of know the things that are a little bit close to London?
Muss morgen mal wieder durchs Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof Maske aufziehen, no joke.
I don't live in London.
Ich werde auch so safe fliegen, hin und zurück mit Maske. Ich habe da so keinen Bock, immer krank zu werden. Das kotzt mich so an.
And Duckdown doesn't have his flash, but Clear doesn't do a whole lot by himself, so Raptor's gonna send it too.
Schöner Play.
Actually, they will kill the
Wie OP sind Cassandra und Pantheon? What the fuck? Und alle leben?
entire team is dead before
Was?
Clear can suppress any buttons. And now he's gonna try once again to take out the Maya. That's not gonna work.
Das ist ein 5-0 Fight.
From there being
Ah.
the clean ace into Baron.
That was pretty decisive. No real angles there for DNS. A
Uiuiui.
piece.
Uiuiui.
Even
Okay.
has to smite in
Hat mir angesteckt. Probieren, Audio.
to secure the Baron. Hope the Jin comes down, but
Was haben ihn gefüttert?
disrupted on the Cassante, and Jin, you can't do anything.
Militärdienst kommt näher.
With the extra shield as well, the
Die
power.
müssen alle performen, damit sie irgendwann promoted werden.
The fact that Raptor doesn't die here too,
Yeah.
crazy.
Die müssen alle promoted werden für National
This one
Team.
feels a little bit rough.
Kleine Exemption holen.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm from Newcastle. It's from the complete other end of the country. We don't try to
How
think
far up is it on that
Und ja, er wurde in Lane gefistet, to be fair. Aber honestly, wurde er gefistet in der Lane.
map we have?
Oh, im Early Game hat er sehr gut gespielt. Und dann wurde er halt zweimal abgesandt, to be fair.
way
top
up
one?
top. Well, those are the counties.
Die Add ist bei Saya gleich.
It's somewhere up there.
Hilfe.
towards-
See at the top. See at the top, right? There's that little one.
Yeah.
Lockdown oder Diablo besser?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where it is.
Oh.
Diablo.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah. It's pretty far.
Is there a lot of water there near?
Next to the sea. Yes, there's a lot of water there.
Yeah, I figured because yeah, it was there. We also got an update on Jersey. It's the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands, located in the English Channel,
Oh yeah,
French coast of Normandy.
I've actually heard of that.
Raptor hat eh noch ab.
Coming in onto Pantheon
Ja.
again. It's not gonna work.
Falscher Ehrgeiz, Pioschek, du Fieder.
Well, they can't go on to anyone else, so they just
Noch ein bisschen underrated, wirklich.
Stun comes in.
Ich finde, Diablo ist sehr rated. Oder nicht?
This game is over. It's been over for a while, guys. That's why we're talking about
Warte, Rage splitten wir?
British.
Wir Rage splitten auf Gwen. Goated.
It's one of
No,
the-
I'd forgotten about.
Let's just lose in peace, keine Vibes hier.
I was thinking it was an island, but yeah.
Pioschek auch noch nicht. Base. Based as fuck. Einfach öffnen.
Study it a while ago.
Yeah.
As you
Einfach öffnen. Ja, goated.
Well, we're just kind of killing members of DNS, and we're
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Based. GG. Ey, keine Zeit verschwendet. Ist auch nicht schlecht.
See, they just entered the lunar orbit.